And each soldier scratched his mark on a stone, and threw it into Atrides Agamemnon's helmet. Fighters prayed, stretching hands to the gods. A man would murmur, scanning the wide sky, "Father Zeus, let Ajax win, or Tydeus' son, or the proud king himself of all Mycenae's gold." So they prayed as the old horsemen shook the lots, and one leapt from the helmet, the one they wanted most. Great Ajax's lot it was, and the herald took it round through all the ranks, left to right for luck, and showed it to all Achaea's bravest men. None of them knew it, each denied the mark, but once he'd passed it round and reached the man who had scratched the stone and thrown it in the helmet, Ajax, bent on glory, out went his hand to take it. The herald, pausing beside him, dropped it in, and Ajax knew his mark and thrilled to see it, flung it down at his feet and shouted, "Friends, the lot is mine, and it fills my heart with joy. I know I can overpower this dazzling Hector. But come, while I strap my battle armor on, all of you pray to Cronus' son, almighty Zeus. Pray to yourselves in silence, so Trojans cannot hear. No, pray out loud. No one at all to fear. No one can rout me. His will against my will. Not by force, God knows, and not by a sly maneuver either. I'm not such a raw recruit, I like to think, born and bred on Salamis." So great Ajax vaunted, and men prayed to the son of Cronus, King Zeus. They'd call out, scanning the wide sky, "Father Zeus, ruling over us all from Ida, God of greatness, glory, now let Ajax take this victory, shining triumph. If you love Hector, if you hold him dear, at least give both men equal strength and glory." So they prayed as Ajax harnessed himself in burnished, gleaming bronze. And once he had strapped his legs and chest in armor, out he marched like the giant god of battle, wading into the wars of men when Zeus drives them hard to clash and soldier on with heart-devouring hate. So giant Ajax marched, that bulwark of the Achaeans, a grim smile curling below his dark shaggy brows, under his legs' power taking immense strides, shaking his spear high, its long shadow trailing. The men of Argos exulted at the sight of him there, but terrible tremors shook each Trojan fighter's knees. Hector himself, his heart pounding against his ribs. But how could he shrink before the enemy, slip back into a crowd of cohorts now? He was the challenger, he with his lust for battle. Ajax strode on, closing, bearing his huge body shield like a rampart, heavy bronze over 7 layers of oxhide. Tychius made it for him, laboring long, the finest leathersmith by far. Over in Hyllie, where the master had his home, he crafted that famous gleaming shield for Ajax, layering 7 welted hides of sturdy, well-fed bulls, and hammered an 8th layer of bronze to top it off. And now, holding that great shield before his chest, Telamonian Ajax marched right up to Hector, threatening with his deep resounding voice, "Hector, now you'll learn, once and for all, in combat man to man, what kind of champions range the Argive ranks, even beside Achilles, that lion heart who mauls battalions wholesale. Off in his beaked sea-going ships Achilles lies, raging away at Agamemnon, marshal of armies. But here we are, strong enough to engage you, and plenty of us too. Come, lead off if you can, with all your fighting power." A flash of his helmet as rangy Hector shook his head. Ajax, royal son of Telamon, captain of armies, don't toy with me like a puny, weak-kneed boy, or a woman never trained in works of war. War, I know it well, in the butchery of men. Well I know, shift to the left, shift to the right, my tough tan shield. That's what the real drill, defensive fighting means to me. I know it all, how to charge in the rush of plunging horses. I know how to stand and fight to the finish, twist and lunge in the war god's deadly dance. On guard, big and bluff as you are, I've no desire to hit you sniping in on the sly. I'd strike you out in the open, strike you now.